This program provides education, not advice. Sponsors pay a fee for endorsements and interviews. See the truthayf.com disclosure page for details.
This is where technology, innovation, and personal finance come together.
This is the truth about your future with Rick Edelman.
How should you think about Bitcoin? Turn to a specialist. For 6 years, Bitwise has been helping investors access crypto. Bitwise manages the world's largest crypto index fund. They also offer 6 crypto ETFs. You get cutting-edge insights, expert Bitcoin research, and a nationwide team to help. Bitwise helps investors and advisors navigate crypto with confidence. Partner with a specialist. Look for ETFs backed by Bitwise. BitwiseInvestments.com. Carefully consider the extreme risks associated with crypto before investing.
It's Wednesday, September 25th. I talked to you a few weeks ago about stablecoins. If you missed that show, the link's in the show notes. I now want to elaborate for you on a topic I only briefly touched on in that podcast, a government-run stablecoin known as a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. This is a very divisive conversation in Congress. Many oppose the notion of the government creating a CBDC. Others are strongly in favor of it. Frankly, I don't think the U.S. Congress is going to have a choice in the future because everybody everywhere else around the world are going to be moving on, and it'd be kind of crazy for the U.S. to be the only one not in the game. I'm confident that the Congress can create laws that will satisfy everybody regarding the regulation, administration, and operation of this concept. But there is no question that a digital dollar is in our future. They technically already exist in the form of stable coins. These are coins, as I mentioned in the prior podcast, where you give them $1 and they place your dollar into U.S. treasuries. And so there's a 1-to-1 correlation. One stable coin equals $1. That's what a CBDC is. The difference is instead of it being issued by a private company, it's issued by the Fed, turning our money digital, just like we handle every other aspect of our lives these days digitally. In fact, the head of the International Monetary Fund says that CBDCs can replace cash and offer resilience. The benefits, he says, range from islands where storms can knock out banks for weeks to countries that have unstable economies, as well as improved resiliency for established nations. Governments worldwide say that CBDCs can improve cross-border payments and increase financial inclusion by bringing financial services to people who are unbanked. An unbanked individual is somebody who doesn't have enough money to open a bank account because banks have account minimums or they charge large fees for small balances, or you simply live too far from a bank to make working with the bank convenient. That's not only an issue in a lot of countries around the world, it's an issue here in America for people who live in rural areas. In fact, the Central Bank of South Korea, their version of our Fed, says that a CBDC could solve the risks of stablecoins, which in essence are private operations and therefore less secure and trustworthy than a government coin. South Korea is working on a CBDC pilot and plans to test it with 100,000 people next year. Saudi Arabia is doing a trial with China's CBDC, and that's the problem. With the U.S. lagging here, other countries are moving ahead with China to our detriment. There are 135 countries, we're talking 98% of global GDP, that are exploring central bank digital currencies right now. China's pilot program is now involving 260 million people. India, Brazil, and Russia all plan to launch their digital currencies within 2 years. The European Central Bank of the European Union is set to do this in 2028. But here in the U.S., Republicans in the House passed a bill banning the Federal Reserve from creating a digital dollar. I don't think that position is going to withstand global competition. We're going to have to wait and see.
We'll be back with more here on The Truth About Your Future. Stay with us.
The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman is brought to you by Schwab. You want control of your financial future, and Schwab knows that. That's why when it comes to managing your wealth, Schwab gives you more choices. like full-service wealth management and advice when you need it most. You can also invest on your own and trade on Thinkorswim, the powerful award-winning trading platforms. Plus, you'll get low costs, transparent pricing, and 24/7 live help. Because Schwab understands it's your financial journey, and they believe you should have choices in how you invest. Visit schwab.com to learn more.
Join me today, 1 p.m., as I present to you our webinar on unlocking alpha in crypto equities. Chris Ryan, the portfolio manager at Galaxy Digital, is going to join me. We're going to talk with you about how to invest in stocks that are engaged in the crypto space. It's going to be a terrific webinar. I hope to see you there. It's free. You can register using the link in the show notes. If you're a financial advisor, you get one CE credit. See you this afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern.
I'm glad you're with me here on The Truth About Your Future. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to follow and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. And remember, leave a review on Apple Podcasts. I read them all. Never miss an episode of The Truth About Your Future. Follow and subscribe on your favorite podcast app.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Increased awareness and actionable intelligence about the forces that are shaping our world.
This is The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman.